Good morning, everyone. This is Matt Tour with Insurance Agency Marketing. I'm one of the annuity specialists here at IMES. We're glad to be joined here shortly by Andrew Gabriel, our internal wholesaler at EquiTrust. Does a great job on both the annuity and life sides of the market, and they really proud of their new single premium life plan. We recently got reintroduced a WealthMax, very strong contract available through EquiTrust. We've been seeing some really good momentum on that. We're just starting to see some sales developing right now. I know that's going to be picking up here the next few weeks, but glad to have Andrew on with us this morning. I've been seeing a lot of rate changes lately with amongst different carriers. I know EquiTrust announced they'll be going to be reducing some rates on Thursday, dropping some of their MIGA rates. Still looking real strong in that space. Also, their index annuity space looking really good. Andrew's going to discuss a couple of their index annuities with us here this morning. Some great stuff we'll be covering here in the next number of minutes. Try to keep this down to about 30 minutes or so total. So we'll keep things moving along here. We still offer our new business builders. Great way for you to get some additional incentives based on production the first 180 days of being contracted through IMES. We have some great seminar programs, cash, iPads, a lot of good stuff you can choose from. We've got some really good lead systems you can utilize based on these dollars you can earn based on your production. So really good way for IMES to help you out with some of those costs. I know costs have been rising dramatically lately to do any type of lead generation, and we're more than happy to help you out with some of those costs based on your production. So great for us to keep our hand in the till there. We also continue to have our referral program. You refer agents to IMES, you'll receive an override based on their production. You get 20 basis points based on indexed annuity premium, 10 basis points based on MIGAs. I know I have agents are calling me all the time, every quarter, asking about when those checks are going out. It's always good to get a couple thousand, $3,000 check in the mail for your referral. Really a nice program we have running there. We also do marketing reimbursement. We help with your advertising costs. You build up a bank of dollars based on production, and we will reimburse half your costs. So if you send a receipt in for $1,000, we're reimbursed $500 of that, so on and so forth, up to your maximum amount you have available in your account. So good way for IMES to definitely help you out with some of those situations where, expenses are driving up. We help you out with some of those costs, and that way you're able to get out there and write more business. That's the bottom line, is to increase your bottom line, and that was always a good situation for all parties involved. So we have a great back office support team, great new business team to help you out with start to finish on applications, getting through the initial process, getting that into the home office. We're seeing a much larger percentage of e-applications coming in these days. It's more than doubled in the last 18 months. I mean, it used to be about 10% of our apps would come on via e-app. Now it's close to half. So huge increase based on those percentages. And it really helps these cases flow through the system. When you have a 50-page application, you're bound to miss some things. And when you're doing the e-app, it won't let you continue until everything's been completed. So great way to make sure you are getting all those T's crossed, I's dotted on these applications, which tends to be a problem sometimes when you're dealing with such a large amount of paperwork. So definitely keep that in mind. We also have paperless contract. You can get licensed with numerous carriers at once, and it makes it easier to get that process through the system. We use Surance Bay for our contracting platform. Really good program they've got going there. We also have a top of the line creative team that can help you out with your advertising needs, maybe website development, whatever you may have. They're available here at IMES also at your leisure. A great website you can use, www.imesinc.com. Been up and running for over 20 years now. Really some great information you can pull off the website, applications, current interest rates, forms, whatever you may need. A lot of that stuff is available on our website. Maybe even looking up the AM Best, rating on a specific carrier. You can get that off the website. A lot of great stuff. There's a great resource library you can go to, pick up some really good stuff you can use with clients in that library. So definitely spend some time to review that at your leisure. As I mentioned, e-applications, we use Luma is kind of the overall company we use, and they have Firelight, iPipeline, and Sunfire underneath the Luma headline, and a great way for you to get in, get apps done, get those submitted to the home office. We do a quick review of those apps, make sure that the materials do match, and get those forwarded to the home office. That way they can get those processed in a much quicker manner based on that situation. So appreciate all the heavy work on your end on getting those applications done on the e-app platform. And some guys go directly to the home office and might use their e-application on their website. A lot of people use ours through the Luma system, and that way everything can populate in our CRM, client information, agent information, everything kind of gets plugged in together based on that Luma platform. We also have, as I mentioned, a great creative team that can help you with designing websites, maybe redoing your website to get it more up to the speed in the 2020s, and social media advertising, doing email blasts, whatever it may be you're looking at getting done. We've got a great team of individuals that can help you with that whole system. Make sure you're getting the biggest bang for your dollar on advertising and helping you get the responses you're looking for based on those advertising goals. They can also, strengthen your brand, redo your company logo, redo the color system on your logo, website, whatever it might be. They can really help you out with that stuff, and getting to utilize some of the lead programs we have, available through like Safe Money workshops, different email campaigns, whatever it might be you're trying to get done. It can definitely help you getting things moving forward based on that. We have a wealth management side of our business, and we've seen a really good results on that. Program has launched about 4 to 5 years ago. We've seen a huge increase in that block of dollars. It just keeps rolling in month after month, day after day, and really a good way to expand your business, be able to handle the security side along with the annuity side, life insurance side, and the insurance side in general. Having both sides covered is definitely a huge advantage. If you'd like to get some more information on IMS Wealth Management, definitely check off yes on the poll I just sent out there. Be glad to get some information out to you on what you have available on that side. I know Duncan Smith is our national marketing guru on that end. He can help you out with getting started. Maybe you want to do your Series 65. You want to redo your alignment on the 65. He can help you get that done. He can kind of go over the whole trend situation he sees in the security side of the business right now. Kind of go over some details with you on that. Kind of go over some of the platforms they have available on the security side. Really some great information you can utilize on that end. So once again, if you do have interest in getting some additional details on our security side of IMS, I know we've seen a huge increase in our top 30 agents are now securities licensed that never used to be in the past. We may have had 10% of the people licensed on the security side. Now it's probably up to 80% of our top 30 agents are hooked up on the security side. So definitely keep that in mind. We'll go ahead and get that closed up here. We also put on academies. These are about once a quarter. We just had our last academy here about 2-3 weeks ago. Really a good meeting we hold here in Omaha or Des Moines typically. And a great way for you to pick up some sales ideas. We bring in some of our top selling annuity and life sales individuals. We do some round robin questions, do round tables. They answer questions, go over details on kind of what they've been using in the field recently to get in front of more clients, close more sales. A lot of good details will be going over at that meeting. We also bring in some lead system gurus that can help you out with kind of what the leads overall situation is going at this point, and what they can do to help you get in front of more clients, kind of really go over the the whole package they have available on the lead side of the business here. So definitely worth your time to attend one of these meetings. I'm going to go ahead and launch another quick poll here. If you'd like to come out to one of our academies, I'll put you on the list. Probably won't do another one until March or April of 2025. We typically bring in around 40 agents to these meetings from all over the country. We put you up at a nice hotel, pay for your food, your drink. Everything's taken care of, and great system we have there. If you'd like to get your name on a list, we can look forward to get you in 2025. Just mark off yes on the little deal I sent out there. Be glad to get you going on that end, get you going on that side of the business. But if you have any questions on these programs we have on the academies, definitely give us a call. I'll be glad to go over some details with you on that and keep things rolling here on that side of it. But definitely worth your time. We do see a nice boost in business on the from the attendees that do go to these meetings, and we do these about 3 to 4 times a year. As I mentioned, the about 40 people come in. It usually goes from a Wednesday night through a Friday afternoon. You'd go back home on Friday afternoon, and that way you get your weekends. But great chance to pick up some great new information on sales and everything else going on that side of it. So we'll go ahead and get that closed up and keep moving forward here. We have our next trip is to Quebec City in Canada. It takes 5 million points to qualify. Qualification started the 1st of January of this year. It runs through June the 30th of 2025. So 18 months to qualify, 5 million points. So everything you do through IAMS counts, be it annuities, life insurance, health insurance, whatever it may be. All those points add up. And we typically have between 70 to 80 qualifiers for these meetings. And of course, depending on schedules, who can attend, we typically have about 70-ish attend. So really a nice combination there. 70 couples, about 140 people attend these meetings. Really top-notch, beautiful place we're staying at there in Quebec City, and should be a really great time had by all there in Canada. So definitely something to look forward to. We also have presence on LinkedIn and Facebook. We do some separate advertising on that side, so some great stuff we cover based on those. Once again, we appreciate Andrew being on this morning. I'm gonna go ahead and kick some controls over to Andrew here this morning, get him going here on his side. So welcome aboard, Andrew. I've got your screen should be up on our system now. There we go.
Perfect.
Getting on as we speak. So
yeah, thank you for
appreciate spending
having
some time with us this morning here on a Wednesday, and looking forward to your presentation.
No, for sure. Thank you for having me. Matt asked me to go over some of the things that we have coming down the pipeline. Well, actually, one of them being our rate change on our multi-year guarantee, which is our Certainty Select, our Choice 4, and then also our SPIA. Our rates will be changing tomorrow. So anything that you want to have come in needs to be in here today by 5 p.m. Central Time as far as rates go currently at these rates that you're seeing right now. So you can see these rates are right now from that standpoint, and then I'll come over to the rates starting tomorrow. And as you can see here, they are going down right around anywhere from 25 to 35 basis points on the Certainty Select, about 25 basis points on our Choice 4, and then the SPIA going down a little bit, not a ton, but as you can see there. With that said, Matt did also mention, what some of our top index annuity products still are, and I think, we've definitely got the space to be competitive still in the index annuity lifetime income benefit rider. So with that said, I'll go over to the PowerPoint, but The index annuities right now, they're still making waves, is our Market 7, which was a 25% benefit base at the time. That has now gone down to a 7% benefit base, but we are still seeing a lot of business come in with that. Just for the simple fact that, you know, we have the 7%, but the 7% roll up compounded for up to 7 years. And then, you know, we do have some niches from the standpoint of our chronic illness doubler that you just have to have at least $1 in there. And as long as you have $1 in there, that chronic illness will pay up to the 5 years, even if the accumulation value goes to zero. So that's a nice little niche a lot of people don't know about. So that's a nice thing. And then also on the income rider, we do have the spousal continuation, where if you know, the owner's taking income and the primary beneficiary is the spouse, then we will, she takes over like it's her own contract based upon her age and the actual income account value, and she can take income for life. That's right, you heard life. On you know, unlike other carriers, if the cash value ever deplete to zero, then that just, the income stops. But with this product and any of our other income riders, the income does go for life. So the Market 7 and then the Market 10 is the other product that we're staying very competitive in that space with the 6% premium bonus up to 5 years. And then we have a 6% roll up to 10 years on that roll up for that income annuity for itself. So those are kind of some of the things that we still got going on here that are exciting. We also do have our bridge product, which is our index annuity chassis with a long-term care rider that we've been having great success with. So if you're doing any type of long-term care planning, it's a great opportunity to step into our product and get some people on board there. Now
So on the Market 10, Andrew, that's really good to use on IRA deposits too, because it can go down to what, $5,000 for qualified deposits.
Correct.
And it is
Correct.
flexible premium, pays a 6% bonus the first 5 years on the deposits. Does it not?
You got it. That's correct. You got it. So definitely for any IRA contributions, that's a good way to put in additional money for sure.
And you got really competitive rates with the bonus too. So
yep,
good combination right now with that.
Exactly. So what I'll do is I'll go step into here now. We just launched our WealthMax product that I'm going to go over here today about 3 weeks ago. The WealthMax was a product that we had previous, probably stopped in about 2020. They knew they had to make some new changes to it, add some new things, and here we are in 2024 with a new and improved WealthMax Bonus Life product. It's an index universal life product that we do have available now. So I'll move on to the next slide here and kind of explain, you know, why WealthMax for Bonus Life, or why the WealthMax. Obviously, you got a lot of people out there right now, and it says here over the next 20 years, and that's probably jumping up, that we have $84 trillion estimated sitting on the sidelines or passing down to the baby boomers and millennials coming down the pipeline. So, you know, obviously, if they don't need the money, right, from the standpoint of the sitting on cash, sitting in money market accounts, sitting in CDs, here's a great opportunity to put it into a product like this that will enhance the death benefit for them, for their primary beneficiaries. But going along too, I'll go over some of the appealing, you know, parts of the product that you're able to use if it not only you wanted to use it for during while you're still alive. So let me go into the product in a nutshell here and kind of go into the product specifics. It's a 10-year surrender period, minimum 10,000, maximum, as you can see here, $1 million of a face per client. It is single premium, okay? Issue age 45 to 80. The nice thing about our product on the WealthMax this time, it does have a 12% premium bonus. The old WealthMax did not have that premium bonus. So that premium bonus is strictly on the cash value side. it would not be on the death benefit. So it's strictly on the cash value accumulation side. We do have a return of premium on there, which is nice. It's reassurance that the clients can get the return of premium if they decide they don't want to use this anymore. We do have some more things on the accelerated death benefit rider side that I'll go over here in a moment. And then also you can see our MGA commission level at 10% for those ages and 75 for 76 to 80. The nice thing about our commissions, we decided to, from up to December 31st, we're going to increase those commissions 1%. So you'll get, instead of 10%, you'll get 11% for 45 to 75, and from 76 to 80, you'll get 8%. So that is applications received through 12/31 of 2024 on all issue ages. The return of premium, like I was talking about, that's a nice thing, reassurance. They can surrender the policy at any time and get the full premium back, plus any withdrawals that they might have made. You got to remember too, we do have different, like I said, on the accelerated death benefits, we do have the policy loan and different things, but that benefit would terminate. The return of premium death benefit would terminate if you were to use any of these accelerated death benefits in that time. So that's just something to remember there. Here's some of the accelerated death benefit riders that you can use. We have the terminal illness and nursing care confinement, which is very similar to like what's on the index annuity side, that you are able to get the lump sum out if they need it, if they're in a terminal illness. And as you can see here, for nursing care as well. The nice thing that we just came out with this year is for this product is a chronic care benefit. So very much like what our bridge product is a little bit, you can get up to 100% of the death benefit if diagnosed chronically ill. If you fail 2 of your 6 ADLs, we're going to give you monthly payments over 60 months or as a lump sum with a 75% discount factor applied. So that's one thing that was added to the product for the accelerated death benefit rider, which is a nice, once again, sentiment that reassurance that you do have access to your money in different ways, shapes, and forms, for sure. The next one that I would talk about is the longevity benefit. The longevity benefit is included automatically at no charge. Now, they do need to have this product enforced for at least a minimum of 15 years. They need to be 85 years or older, and they have no withdrawals or loans have been made. So what we're saying here is if they need access to the money at age 85, here's a great opportunity to be able to have payments that would equal the death benefit at that time of election divided by 60. So 5 years will continue monthly for 5 years, and the payments could be stopped at any time. Obviously, whatever it may be, if you decide you didn't need any income anymore or what it may be. So that's another one that's been added on here since this WealthMax has been introduced in the last 3 weeks. So that's another additive, like I said, that is very appealing for your clients. Here are the account options that you can see. Very, very competitive in that space from that standpoint, 5% on the fixed rate. The rates will not change for a while, by what I've been told. We're doing a rate change when this product just came out, and we just kept these rates the way they were. So we felt, to stay competitive in the arena and to have the ability to continually have growth within the actual product is key for sure. Here's the flexible liquidity options from that standpoint. You have free withdrawals after the first year, 5% of the accumulation value without a surrender charge. Withdrawals of more subject to a surrender charge, and then a 25% administration fee for the partial withdrawal. As you can see, the loans, we do have loans available. You see the current declared rate and the credited rate. So that is something we have access to if they needed that. Once again, the accelerated death benefit rider, the longevity benefit, and then return of premium. So we have an abundance of flexible liquidity options for your clients if they need access to their money at any time. Here's a little bit of the explanation of the fees and the expenses. From the standpoint of expense charges, it really depends on how the policy values are growing each month. Per 100,000 charge on the issue age, depending on the gender, depending on the underwriting class. So there's a little bit of variables there. Policy fee of $10 per month. You got the cost of insurance charges deducted monthly, not annually. And then you have the one-time fee of $250 at claim for the accelerated death benefit rider. Right now, underwriting, I would say this is a definitely a new thing, and it makes things so much easier for you and your client as well. And when we say right now underwriting, it used to be a phone interview. So there is no more phone interviews. Simply a simple process. This is done through Firelight, the application. So the underwriting is going to be done through Firelight. So the underwriting will be done prior to you filling out the application. Okay. So it's approximately about 20 questions that you'll fill out. And you'll have within about a minute, you'll have your decision whether you're approved or denied. Okay. So, and the other thing I like to say is if you do get denied, that we're not going to report this to the MIB, which is nice because a lot of people say, well, will they get penalized for being denied on that? And I always tell them no. Now we do have in our website, we do have some pre-qualification questions. If you don't want to go through the underwriting, you can look through those pre-qualification questions and see if they, associate to any of those questions that may, reject them from having this policy. So that's something you can do as well, or you can go through the underwriting process and do that. And once the underwriting does come back, then they could be in your office the same day. You could get the answer back, and then you could fill out the application all in that same setting while you're sitting there with your client. So that's a nice new thing that they do have available for this product. Once again, easy to write. You can see the instructions here, just completing out the underwriting. Like I said, start the Firelight app, get the instant underwriting decision, and then complete and sign all in one session.
So question came up, Andrew. Do these individuals get annual statements based on having a policy?
Yep. Okay. They'll get annual statements, correct? Just like an index annuity, but just
and they're able to change their index strategies on an annual basis.
Correct.
Good.
Yep. Just like an index annuity.
And the agents are still getting paid to write this business. Is that correct?
The agents are still getting paid. Yes, correct.
These are tongue twisters for you.
Oh, you would keep me on my toes there, Matt.
Yes, I do, especially on a Wednesday.
Exactly. So the taxation details here, this is a MEC product, okay? So a lot of people will ask, if I have a non-MEC and then I add money to it, that it will turn into a MEC, okay? So that is something that just make some people aware that, if you don't want it to be a MEC, then I would just not add money into it, so that way you can keep it as a non-MEC there. Product positioning, like we talked about, at the end of the day, this product's designed for wealth transfer, right? You do have the options of being able to get at it, and that's great. But when you have a product like this and you do have the enhanced death benefit features, it's so nice to be able to tell them what the power of this is and the power of the guarantees and all of that under one simple underwriting decision. Funding opportunities, like we talked about, dusty money, mattress cash, whatever you want to call it. You've got money sitting on the sidelines, money market CDs, underperforming life insurance policies, life insurance that requires ongoing premium payments, or non-qualified annuities. Any 1035 exchange that you can think of that this might be a fit for, because we've got better rates. We have that 12% premium bonus. A lot of great things there as well. And then, of course, the money sitting on the sidelines where, at the end of the day, with that enhanced death benefit, you're going to be a lot better off than sitting in, a money market account or a CD that's making, 3 or 4% through however long they want to keep that in there.
Yeah, I just launched a quick poll. If you would like to get some additional information on the WealthMax or any of the other EquiTrust products, just check off yes. I'll make sure some information goes out to you. And then I will be individually calling everyone here that attended today and also the non-attendees from today's webinar and going over the details of what we covered and what your interests are and get that information out to you post webinar here. But you see, this just came out, but I think 1035 exchanges based on really underperforming cash values and other contracts. I think that's gonna be pretty nice way to go, don't you, Andrew, to get
Right.
some money to another place and get a better returns, bigger face
Exactly.
value.
Exactly. And I think that at the end of the day, it's kind of once again just comparing to index annuities as well, where you got an index annuity, for accumulation only in another carrier where the rates are just not good from, from the olden days, and you want to, 1035 it over here for better rates. Kind of the same thing. You got a cash value it's underperforming, 1035 it over here and have the better rates and that enhanced death benefit for sure. You
Now,
got it.
do these policies go through suitability like an annuity would, or are these kind of
Nope.
not in that same gamut?
Nope. They're not the same gamut. So it's just underwriting. That's it. No
Excellent.
suitability.
So these are issued a much quicker turnaround, based on no suitability delays. So
Yeah.
instant gratification and commissions are paid probably pretty quickly once this is funded.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, it's a really smooth process from that standpoint because there's no suitability.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's probably I would say 1 or 2 day time frame there when you're talking suitability for it to go through that.
Right.
Depending on, that you have,
Suitability
with
can take weeks. I mean, we see
or
companies taking
weeks
weeks to issue business or to
or
get
weeks.
suitability. They just to send the form out,
Right.
and that'd be 6 to 8 weeks later. Whereas this is a much quicker turnaround.
Right, exactly. And I think as long as they have everything, this is through Firelight, so it's going to be hard to, have NIGO items like, what you would on your paper apps, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it should make it a lot smoother process as well, being on Firelight for sure. So,
Good.
um, yeah,
I took that poll off, so you're good to go to
yeah,
move
all
forward on
right,
your side there.
perfect. So here's a hypothetical client scenario, Carol, non-tobacco, age 65. And that's kind of one thing that, through underwriting, it's going to be based upon the age of the client and, non-tobacco or tobacco is really all it is for the coming up with the actual factor for the client in underwriting. So in this scenario, she's just looking to leave money to her grandchildren when she dies, and then potential health concerns during your lifetime, such as medical costs or nursing care. So, in those two things there, we've got the chronic illness benefit that we are able to allow them to use. So that's a nice thing that's in this kind of like we call it like a Swiss Army knife in a sense. It's got a little bit of everything in this product for them to use in case of emergencies, so to speak. So here's the built-in guarantee that you can see. So she put in 100,000, and at her age of 65, it was a 1.8 factor. So initially, right away, her beneficiaries are going to have $180,000 that they would get if she were to pass away right away. So that's huge in itself. You're not going to get that in a CD or a money market account. So with that said, that is very powerful there. And then you can see the different accelerated death benefits from the standpoint of the terminal illness benefit, nursing care, and then you got your chronic care, like she was talking about. She's definitely concerned about her healthcare costs. Well, here's a great opportunity to be able to utilize that if she needed to, so be. And this is the policy availables. Excuse me, this is the policy values available immediately. So now we're going to move on to policy values at life expectancy at age 89. As you can see, the death benefits now $326,415. And why that is, it's based upon how the performance of the indexes have done over that time. So that's what that's growing at to increase that death benefit. And then you can see the full terminal illness benefit, the nursing care, and then what the chronic benefit would be if it was at full life expectancy of age 89 there. And then you see your cash surrender value. So in this illustration, it does show this on the illustration, which is nice. It's a nice tight package, so to speak, that you can see that gives you the visualization of what that may look like for your clients. Sales opportunity, whoops, excuse me. Sales opportunities, like I explained, it's like a Swiss Army knife. You know, at the end of the day, you've got your tax-free benefit, you got your cash value growing, your return of premium death benefit, you got your accelerated death benefits, your longevity. So all of that in one product that you're able to utilize for your clients. And there's not too many products out there like that you're able to use, you know, that access for that for sure. So, and that kind of gives you just all the free riders and benefits that we have available there. And then other sales opportunities, you know, you got the premium bonus, the underwriting simple quick, the single premium will not lapse, and then you've got your different indexes that are available for the cash value side component of it. And then you've got your WealthMax Bonus Life microsite. And this is what I strongly recommend is you getting out there and looking at the website, just log in. And once you've logged in, it's over to the far right-hand side, you'll see microsite. You click on that drop down and it'll say Bridge and WealthMax. You want to click on WealthMax, and then that will give you everything you need out there from the standpoint of marketing materials to running illustrations, to the underwriting questions, pre-qualification questions, and then actually writing the application on the system there. So I just wanted to thank you for your time today, and if you guys have any questions, or Matt, is there any questions that come up that I can answer for y'all?
Well, I think one of the big benefits, you know, you kind of covered here a couple minutes ago is, you know, the tax-free benefit that goes to the beneficiaries. And, you know, to get that much money that's tax-free, they'd really have to have a huge amount in annuities or other investments to get that much flowing to an individual, you know, in a tax-free basis. And it's really a great way to get, you know, money moving from here to there. And with the simplicity of the underwriting and the whole package is put together, it's a great way for you know, a client to diversify, you know, have some of the money in this type of plan, have some money in annuities, have some money in securities, you know, they have all the different legs of the stool taken care of. And then when their beneficiary gets their money, you know, these other programs they're going to inherit, they're not going to get that money tax free. They're going to have to pay some, you know, some sizable taxes on some of those benefits. So this
Right.
is really a nice additional piece of the pie for those beneficiaries to get when their significant other passes away or if someone else passes away, they get inherit some money. So it's a great combo.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you look at it, like I said, you know, you have money in a CD at 4% at 100,000. Well, you know, the next year it'd be 104,000. Well, you're already getting 180,000 initially, right? So it's an 80% return that
Yeah,
you're getting.
and that CD money, they get taxed every year on that growth. So they're paying
Right.
taxes every year on that situation. And as their money grows, their taxes are going to keep growing. Whereas this is, you know, they're not going to get taxed every year. And when the benefit goes out, it's going to be tax free.
Exactly. Exactly. So,
And this is currently on non-qualified money only,
yes, correct.
right? Are you guys looking at any qualified chassis on this at all?
Not that I'm aware of. I think it just from the standpoint where it makes sense the most is,
Okay,
you know, from the non-qualified asset side of things.
right.
They may. I haven't heard if they would or not, because most of your, you know, life insurance products are non-qualified, you know, from obviously 1035 exchanges and whatnot. I think it comes down to, you know, how the tax consequences
Right.
and things like that are. Same with the bridge. Right now, we only accept non-qualified money on the bridge. So I think there's some things that they have to figure out before they would release, be able to do that classification on the product.
Sure. And we have a life specialty department here in the office here at IMES that can get these quotes run for you, answer any questions you may have. We've got, I think, 4 people in that department. So great place to go to get your questions answered and help you with the marketing of these single premium life policies. And then on the annuity end, I know EquiTrust business is pretty much doubled this year. It's gone from about 3 billion on pace to do 6 billion this year, which is a huge increase. I know your policies have been extremely competitive,
Yep.
and I'm sure you'll keep that competitive nature through the end of the year. Anything you want to finish up with, Andrew, on either side here this morning?
I think that's really it. I think once again, just thank you for jumping on here today, and any of the guys that have questions, feel free to reach out to Matt or I as a point of contact here at EquiTrust, and definitely look forward to working with you for sure.
Sounds great, Andrew. Have a great week, everyone out there. Appreciate you joining us here on a Wednesday morning. I'll be giving everyone a call here shortly, and we look forward to a very strong finish to 2024. I think we're going to see some changing rates, of course, here between now and the end of the year and moving into 2025. So I think doing business now is really a good thing to look at, just based on the whole rate environment is looking at a downward motion. So if you want to get your clients better rates, better locked in guarantees, better cap rates, now is definitely the time to do it before these rates really start dropping. So
Exactly.
have a great week, Andrew. Everyone else out there, enjoy the day, and go Cyclones.
All right. Thank you, Matt. Have a good
All
one.
right, we'll see you.
We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.